Are you ready?
A Shot of Wrestling, episode 165. Wait. Yo.
Shot, what? Is that the message you got? We about to go live. Are you ready to rock? So take a shot. So take a shot. Oh, yeah. I'm a street breaker. I'm a heartbreaker. This is my dawn. I'm a Ramon Razor. Ric Flair, Nature Boy, about to seek and destroy. It's an SOW. Let me hear you make noise. Take a shot, boy. Is that the message you got? We about to go live. Are you ready to rock? So take a shot.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to episode 165 of A Shot of Wrestling. I am your host at Michael J. Putty. Welcome back. If you're new to the show, welcome. If you're a returning customer, thanks for coming back. We really appreciate it. Joining me this week is Marc Chouen, the Hollywood assassin.
There you go. The assassin, no longer the Saiyan.
How are you, my friend?
I'm doing swell. How are you doing?
Fun fact, Chouen means chicken in French. Because yet again, we're coming to Marc Chouen's palatial estate, ducking me from our No Mercy challenge.
Well, you are right. My last name is French, but it doesn't mean chicken. For the record.
Okay, whatever you say.
Listen,
not only will I kick your ass in No Mercy, now I got ECW's Hardcore Revolution.
I saw that.
I didn't even know existed.
I didn't know either. So we'd be on equal playing ground there. But no, I am completely game to challenge you. And
it's funny because now, for the last 3 weeks, I've come to your house ever since I challenged you.
You have come to my house. No,
next week we're off. No show next week.
Okay, Memorial Day weekend. I get it. But I'm appreciative of you coming to my estate because of the fact that I know I sound like a broken record. You've called me out on it, and thank you for doing that. But
no problem.
I legit do have wedding shit. These last few weeks, I've had it. For the weekends, I had to go back to Long Island early and take care of some stuff.
Yeah, whatever helps you sleep at night.
Listen, I'm in crunch time right now for a wedding, man. It's 50 days. I'm 50 days away from getting married.
And you're, I guess now, 14 days away from getting your ass destroyed in No Mercy.
You're so confident, you're so smug, and that's going to be your downfall.
Okay. Whatever you say, buddy. Ready to start the show?
Yeah, I thought we started.
No. Now we can, by this week's Wrestling Replay, WrestleMania 23, April 1st, 2007. Ford Field, Detroit, Michigan. My second WrestleMania, by the way, number 2 of the streak.
No one cares.
My mother does. In front of a crowd of 80,103. Mr. Kennedy defeated CM Punk, Edge, Fit Finlay, Jeff Hardy, King Booker, Randy Orton, and Matt Hardy to win the Money in the Bank ladder match in 24 minutes, 10 seconds. The Great Khali defeated Kane in 5 minutes, 30 seconds. Chris Benoit defeated Montel Vontavious Porter to retain the U.S. Championship in 9 minutes, 15 seconds. The Undertaker defeated Batista to retain the World Heavyweight Championship in 15 minutes, 51 seconds. The ECW Originals, Rob Van Dam, Sabu, The Sandman, Tommy Dreamer defeated The New Breed, Elijah Burke, Kevin Thorne, Marcus Corvan, and Matt Striker in an 8-man tag match in 7 minutes, 27 seconds. The ECW Originals passed right by Green Man that year. Bobby Lashley with Donald Trump defeated Umaga in a hair match with Stone Cold Steve Austin as the guest referee in 13 minutes even. Melina defeated Ashley in a Lumberjill match to retain the Women's Championship in 3 minutes, 40 seconds.
Oh, Ashley.
And in your main event, John Cena defeated Shawn Michaels via submission to retain the WWE Championship in 29 minutes, 27 seconds. There we go. Obviously, we chose this pay-per-view as a tribute to Ashley Massaro. This was her only title shot at a WrestleMania. At WrestleMania, yeah.
Yeah, and we figured what better way to tribute her than to play the biggest stage of them all for her. It was WrestleMania.
Yeah, it wasn't a bad match either.
No, not at all. Oh, man. It's sad.
This one was really sad. This one really shook me, too. I'm like, that's sad.
I legit just read her daughter's Instagram post right before we came on the show. Dude, it crushed me.
And for some reason, I knew she had a daughter. I don't remember why I knew she had a daughter, but I knew she did.
Yeah.
And
well, that was one of the reasons I think why she left WWE, right? Yeah.
So in my head, she's still this 5-year-old girl.
She's 18 now.
Wow, taller than Ashley was.
Yeah. So sad, man. Like, especially she was so young.
Yeah, a couple days shy of 40 years old. Yeah.
Right. And Dude, honestly, like, I don't know. Like, for me, with Ashley, I mean, I know, like, you know, people are like, oh my gosh, she's so hot, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I get it. She was a beautiful woman. But for me, it hit close to home because she...
Literally.
No joke. Yeah, she was a town away from me. Like, she grew up a town away from me in Long Island. And I remember, like, seeing her in WWE. I was like, oh my God, she made it. That's awesome for her. She was so close to home. And I can't help but think, well, if she made it, that gave me so much more hope that maybe I can as well.
Really? Well, okay.
And when I found out she passed away, like, honestly, I just couldn't help but remember that because, honestly, I think Ashley Massaro, like, seeing her make it made me push even more for my dreams.
Huh. Interesting. Okay.
And yeah, like, and obviously that's a selfish reason. Obviously, like, you know, she was a mom. She was beloved by so many people.
So many people.
And
outpouring of support.
You know, because she was. Hey, listen, you've seen the reports. I mean, she was one of the nicest people in WWE.
Yep.
Apparently, in the business, and it's sad when you lose someone like that.
See, it's weird for me. I mean, tell me how hot she was. She was in Playboy. That's how hot she was.
Right.
So I always got the WB Playboys.
Of course you did.
I missed the first one with Sable.
You did?
The very first one I missed. But I got everyone else.
I feel like everyone has that one.
I think it was like too young.
Okay. If you were too young, what does that mean for me? I had that one.
That means you're a degenerate.
Oh, fair enough.
So I got every single WB Playboy and made sure I get it right away.
Mm-hmm.
When Ashley's came out, I couldn't find it.
Really?
So I remember, this is one of my memories I had with a good friend of mine in college. We had a couple drinks, and we're like, yo, bro, I didn't get Ashley's Playboy yet. So we literally drove around all of Queens.
Really?
Going from 7-Eleven to deli to bodega, looking for this. And I finally found it, like about 3 o'clock in the morning.
Wow.
So when I think of Ashley Massaro, I think of me and my
That's
friends
what you think of.
doing this vicious scavenger hunt. It was a hot commodity, man. Everyone wanted it.
Well, there you go. I mean, hey, listen, she was a beautiful woman. No denying that. But honestly, give it up. Cheers to Ashley Massaro. Wonderful soul, and she is going to be missed.
Episode 120, almost a year ago. That's when Kate Spade passed away and Anthony Bourdain passed away, both via suicide, much like Ashley Massaro is being reported to be by suicide. I went in depth about my thoughts and my personal struggles and stuff like what's suicide. It's no fucking joke, man. This mental illness, it's a scary shit.
No, it really is. No, I listen. I have friends that I'm not going to disclose by name, but that struggle through depression. I mean, I'm an artist. I'm in the field of artists, and wrestling is no different. Wrestling is a field of artists, and on top of that, you know, they go through. They have more of a physical. I'm losing the words here. I'm sorry. I'm a little emotional with it. But there's a more physical aspect in wrestling than it is to normal arts. And there's concussion factors. And concussion factors, that plays up even more so. And I'm not saying necessarily with Ashley Massaro that previous concussions may have played a factor to her depression or whatever. I'm not saying that. But if you look at history with athletes, like even in football, Junior Seau, it played a factor.
Yep.
And you know, it's depression. It's depression by itself. It's scary. A lot of us, we've been depressed. Mm-hmm. I myself, I've been depressed before. I've thought about moments. I've been bullied growing up. I've thought about, hey, maybe life would be better without me. But I've never done it. I never got close to doing it. Thank God.
Yeah.
That might be a lie, actually. That's a whole other story. Never mind. You can edit that part out if you want, or not. I don't care. It's what I want to say is with depression itself, it is a disease. It is a mental disease.
Yep.
It goes deeper than moments of being depressed. It's chronicle. Like think about the moments you've been depressed and times that by 10, and think about that being your life every single day.
Scary stuff.
It is scary stuff.
And when I was talking about with Kate Spade and Anthony last year, episode 120, brought back to me what really affected me was when Robin Williams passed away.
Oh my God, dude, that was so sad.
That was one that really put like this depression and mental illness on the map for me.
Mm-hmm.
I love Robin Williams.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Robin Williams was. I mean, you ever seen that movie? What Dreams May Come?
No.
With him?
No.
Dude. Okay. One of the saddest movies ever. I've watched it multiple times. I've cried every single time.
Okay.
I watched it before he committed suicide. I watched it with my fiance after he committed suicide, and it was even sadder.
I can imagine.
Do you know what the movie's about, right?
No. I don't even heard of it.
What Dreams May Come? You have to watch it. I think it's on Netflix.
All right, done.
Basically, like, his kids die in a car accident. I'm not giving anything away. It happens in the very beginning of the movie. And then eventually he dies in a car accident, like, years later. So now he's in heaven, and he's seen the glorious life of heaven.
Okay.
His wife commits suicide.
Oh.
So he thinks he's going to be reunited with his wife. His wife goes to hell. So the whole movie's about him going to hell to bring his wife back.
Well, yeah. Because I think in the Catholic Church, maybe Christian Church, if you commit suicide, it's a mortal sin and you're destined to go to hell.
Right. That's according to the Catholic Church, right?
I think other certain religions too, but man, it really sucks. Really sad.
Yeah.
You never know what someone's going through. That's why I first thought it was suicide when news first broke, because Tori Wilson, I think it was maybe Maria, posted things about if you know someone's going through stuff, reach out.
Yeah, some people they've alluded to it.
So you never know, man.
You never know.
The call or text go a long way.
Apparently, Ashley was always smiling. She was always lighthearted. And I can't help but think back. I had a friend growing up in West Islip. West Islip represent.
Wrong time.
I know. I'm trying.
Dick.
No, I had a friend, honestly, growing up in West Islip. He was older than me, and I actually looked up to him. He actually got me into acting. He was so damn good. He was so damn talented. He was part of a band. I think they were on the verge of being signed or something like that. But, dude, no joke. Always had a smile on his face. Always joking around. He was like the life of the party. And ultimately, he did kill himself. And
so sad.
Some people close to him, they may have had an idea of what he was going through, but most of us are just blindsided.
That's what happens in most cases. People are blindsided. Robin Williams, man, no one knew.
Yeah, right. You never know. You're right. Like you never know what someone's going through.
Can we just change the subject?
How do we segue from here?
Cheer up a little bit.
Do we have an interview we can go to? No, we don't even have that, do we?
No, not this week. How was your week? How's life? How's everything going? How's work?
That's your segue?
How's work? Any new callbacks? Any new auditions? I saw you on Unforgettable. Made my whole week.
You did see me on Unforgettable? That's awesome. Yeah. Actually, I do remember you sent me the screenshots of that.
I don't remember what was more sad, the fact that I spotted you in the crowd, or the fact that I knew the episode you told me wasn't the right episode because it didn't match up to the description you told me.
Apparently, they cut my they cut my close up with that. Apparently,
yeah.
But whatever.
I still spotted you. Still stole the show.
Good eye.
Scene stealer.
Good eye. No, honestly, we're right now. It's the off season here in New York.
Okay.
There is actually an off season for acting.
Interesting.
Not to say like there's.
So even actors have an off season.
Not necessarily completely. It's honestly like the work slowed down. Like a lot of TV shows, they kind of wrapped up.
True.
They're waiting for the new season to come back on. Pilots they wrapped up as well. So they're right now it's filming like a few movies. I honestly am involved in an indie scene right now. I had a film that just premiered that I worked on.
That's right, red carpet premiere.
This past Thursday.
How was that? How did that go?
I honestly I couldn't make it. I had another conflict actually. I had another thing I had to go to for that.
It sucks.
I can't. Unfortunately, it's really cool, but I actually can't go into detail about it. I signed a whole bunch of stuff saying I can't talk about it. But
I wasn't asking you to, so that's a little smug. But
no, it's
very pompous.
Hopefully, by next year, I'll be able to talk about it.
I'm not waiting a full year.
Honestly, it's really cool. It is really cool. But moving on from that, like I do have another project I'm working on coming over this summer. In between me getting married, so a lot of indie stuff going on right now.
Both movies and wrestling.
Yeah,
you're an indie guy. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm an indie guy through and through.
Next weekend, Memorial Day weekend, there is no show. Not only we're taking the week off for Memorial Day, I got a wedding to go to, so I won't be around.
You do?
Let me ask you: am I weird I live alone. Nice. I live alone. I love being alone, right?
You're a lone wolf? You're like Baron Corbin.
Yeah. I got a hotel room in Connecticut because in Bubblefuck, Connecticut. The wedding's kind of early. I don't want to be late and hit traffic, so I'm going up Friday night.
No, that's not weird.
But is it weird that I'm looking forward to being alone in a hotel room? I live alone. I'm so excited about being alone in a hotel room. Like,
what's any different? What are you going to do in a hotel room?
What is different? I'm like, so
is it a nice hotel?
No, it's a fucking Hilton.
You are weird then.
I'm thinking, like, why? Why do I be so excited about looking forward to being alone in a hotel room for a weekend?
Yeah, let's dive a little bit.
When I'm alone every night of my fucking life.
Maybe it's just like a different atmosphere.
Maybe forgetting my stress of the home life, my parents and everything. Maybe just get away.
Maybe right. Maybe there's a potential of bringing a girl back to the hotel room.
Maybe.
You know, weddings, man.
Looking forward to it. So,
any single people at that wedding?
I heard a couple.
Yeah. Did you scout?
Doesn't sound promising.
Have you scouted yet?
No, I don't even know who it's going to be.
Dude, are you serious? Dude, yo, no joke. When I was single, I was scouting every wedding I was going to when I was going single.
Well, I'm not invited to your wedding, so I guess I can't scout that.
Why do you have to go there?
Because you hurt my feelings. I thought we were best friends.
It's not my call.
Are you not getting married?
I am getting married.
So it is your call.
No, it's not.
You get two sides of the church, two sides of the room.
I always view it like this.
People always drop out last minute. You need fillers. I can't tell you any weddings I went to. Hey, buddy, you want to come? Like a week before the wedding. Like, oh,
really?
Okay. Yeah, you really thought about me, huh?
That's rude.
That's a different story.
That's rude. I would not do that.
We were going to a party somewhere, and everybody in the car was like, "Oh, you going to so and so's wedding?" Yeah, I'm definitely going. Are you going to a hotel? Yeah. Mike, what about you? I didn't get an invite. I got an invite like 2 weeks later.
That's rude. Honestly, we don't have a B-list. We're trying to keep this as small as possible, and we made that promise from like day one. So like, yeah, dude, if it was up to me, yes. I'm trying to keep my promise.
So you're throwing your wife under the bus?
Yeah, I'm telling you the truth, and yes, it's me throwing her underneath the bus.
I know the hotel you're staying at.
You do know a hotel.
Is there an after party?
Yes, but no. We're not extending the bar, but the bar is open till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Whatever. I said no. I'm not going to waste my time coming to get a hotel room if you're not going to party by the bar.
What do you mean? Like, I don't know what. Okay, so I know I've been to weddings where they extend the bar hours to like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. No one ever does it. The bar is open till 2 o'clock in the morning. My wedding ends like 11:30.
People won't get back to the hotel until
like 12 o'clock.
12:31.
No, it's only a half hour away. Not even.
You getting like buses, taxis?
We have a bus. We have a shuttle.
Yeah. You can't fit everybody in there. It's going to take a couple round trips.
No, we have like a 60-person bus.
Okay. Whatever. What are we talking about? It's a wrestling podcast. What are we talking about?
You're right. What are we talking about? Are you bored yet? Let's talk about some wrestling.
Hey, why are you yelling? First of all, here's a microphone right in front of your mouth. Your fiance's in the room sleeping. Why are you yelling?
I have no answer for that.
I need a drink. Let's go get a drink.
Yeah, let's do it.
It's in the news with Michael J. Putty.
Let's get into some news. Talked about it in the beginning of the show. Ashley Massaro passed away. Age of 39, apparent suicide. I followed her on social media. She worked at a local radio station right here in Long Island.
Yeah.
Always posting pictures. It's just sad. She failed to show up to her job on Thursday. That's when they called the 911. That was the first red flag. Emergency services went to her house in Suffolk at 5:23 a.m. in response to a quote-unquote rescue call. She was given CPR on the way to the hospital, but was later pronounced dead. Police did not believe foul play was involved, and they classified her death a non-criminal event.
Right.
No, but she was tweeting up until Wednesday.
Right.
She answered some fan mail.
Yeah,
she mailed some fan mail out on Wednesday night. She returned 40 on 26th. She leaves behind her daughter. We talked about it in the beginning of the show.
She's going to go to Vegas, I think, right?
For StarCast, yeah.
Yeah.
She was going to do StarCast.
Right.
And she was actually making a comeback into wrestling.
Apparently, I just read right before the show she did reach out to WWE about like a month ago.
Reached out to them about something. I know she was working with NYWC or NYWC, yeah.
I'm not too sure. Right. Yeah.
She leaves behind her daughter, Alexa, who mentioned earlier, through social media, saying, and I quote, "I love you, Mommy. I want to wake up in your arms. More than anything, I want to give you a big hug. Please come back. This can't be real." In the second post, "Please, God, this can't be it." That was heartbreaking.
Because, yeah, think about it, man. Think about your mom, the public eye, especially as a teenager, and your mom dies, allegedly from suicide.
Yeah, she's 18, I think, right?
Right.
18, 19?
Dude, I'm 33 now. I'd be devastated.
Oh, I can't imagine.
18, 19 years old.
They seemed like best friends, got close.
Right,
Yeah.
they seemed really close. I'm so incredibly close with my mom, and oh my God, it's so heartbreaking for so many reasons.
So she did kill herself. You got to imagine what a dark place she was in to do that to her daughter.
You know, honestly, like, again, going back to the whole depression thing, I think Ashley Massaro did admit at one point that she was suffering through depression. It is a disease, and I don't necessarily... I think that's an obvious question that people ask, how can you do that to your daughter? I don't think it was even a matter of that. I don't even think that she was necessarily thinking of her daughter. And I know that sounds selfish, but it's a disease. It is. And it sucks, dude. At the end of the day, it sucks. It really does.
It does suck. This one was a big heartbreaker, so big loss.
Huge.
And just find out how beloved she was. Because she didn't have a long career in WWE. She didn't really do anything too big. But everyone's coming out with positive stories about her. I met her a couple of times at Comic-Cons. Never took pictures with her. Never had the money to take pictures with her because there's always somebody else I want to take pictures with.
Right.
So going back to, I think I was talking to Pete when King Kong Bundy passed away. I wanted to meet King Kong Bundy, but, you know, I'll come back to him. The other people I wanted to meet.
Right.
So by the time I came back to him, he was gone. So I was like, maybe next time.
You never know. There's not next time's not always guaranteed. I mean, hell, not for nothing. I mean, you never know what's going to happen in life.
Nope.
You know, I've experienced a lot of death firsthand, and I think, you know, people ask me, well, why am I so positive? Why am I so happy? Because I appreciate life now. It's a gift. It's not something I take for granted. Like, dude, there's a possibility this could be my last show. Like, you don't know what's going to happen.
I could get in a car crash on the way home. So
right. We don't know what's going to happen. And it might be cynical, but it's a fact of life. You don't know.
Going back to King Kong Monday, I'm talking about the same way now because I kind of feel bad because every time I saw her, I'll be like, yeah, we'll get her next year.
Right. We assume that. But
so, yeah, that goes back. You can't assume. You got to shoot your shot when you got it.
That's a great point. You do.
So we here express our deepest heartfelt condolences to her family, her friends, and her fans. You know, it's sad. Rest in peace.
Yes. Rest in peace. Cheers.
Similar news, keeping the depressing train rolling on. Legendary Mexican...
depressing show, isn't it? Like...
It's going to be one of those shows. Legendary Mexican Lucha Libre star Silver King passed away at the age of 51 during a match against Juventud Guerrero in London.
Can I just say this? Like, people who have been sharing that video of him passing...
Oh, I've not seen that video.
You haven't, right? Neither have I. I refuse.
I didn't even know they were sharing it. I didn't want to watch that video.
No, it's fucked up. And people in the wrestling industry have been sharing that video.
That's weird. That's gross.
Like, why? Why would you do that? That's... Even if you've never performed with him, that's a colleague.
Well, what the WWE did when Owen Hart passed away, they didn't even... It was just crowd pans and...
Right.
Flat...
Like, show respect. That's a man with a family, with loved ones, dying. Like, you want to show that?
Silver King apparently delivered a flying clothesline. Guerrero kicked out of the pin. Guerrero hit him with a super kick on his collarbone, then he collapsed. Guerrero went for the cover. Referee was reluctant because that's not how the match was supposed to end. Mm-hmm. But King didn't kick out. So the referee had to count 3. 3 count hit. Juventud, the referee, other people from the back knew something was wrong. They came out. He was treated by medical authorities there, and they were unable to revive him. Imagine that.
Did he actually die in a ring?
No, a defibrillator was used on him in the ring, and he was rushed to the hospital. At the hospital, he was pronounced dead.
At the hospital, he's pronounced dead. Okay.
So that doesn't mean anything.
Right.
So again, we extend our condolences to Silver King and his family. You know, Silver King was an enemy in Lucha Nacho Libre?
No.
Neither did I. Like, okay.
Didn't know that.
Random fact.
You know, the silver lining, no pun intended, that I would say for him is at least he died doing something he loved.
Yeah. Probably he wouldn't want to go out anywhere else. Else.
Right. I would say that. I mean, that if I'm going to go out anyway, I would want to go out dying doing something I loved. Like, that's how I'd want to go. It is still sad, regardless. And really, it sucks that people are... I can't get over that people are sharing that video. Like, why? Why are you doing that? That's incredibly fucked up and rude.
Well, let's change the title a little bit. Some good news. Ric Flair gave us a scare this week.
Yeah, oh my God. Yo, no joke. I was like praying to God all day that Ric Flair, please don't take Ric Flair. Don't take Ric Flair. Don't take Ric Flair. And then they take Ashley Massaro, of course. Like, it's fucked up.
TMZ reported he was rushed to the hospital in a very serious condition. Well, thankfully, that original report was not true. During a media call to promote StarCast, his son-in-law Conrad Thompson said Ric Flair was in the hospital for a planned procedure, and TMZ blew it up, saying, and I quote, "This was not a last-minute surprise for the family. I don't think it's nearly as grave or serious as TMZ would have us believe, because Ric's in good spirits, and he knew about it before it was happening."
Can I say, my phone was blowing up that day because of that.
Oh,
like,
everyone was, yeah.
Yeah, people were like, "Yo, dude," because I idolize Ric Flair. It's not a secret. Mm-hmm. A bunch of my friends like, "Dude." People not even wrestling fans. Yo, Ric Flair.
Yep.
Like, yo, I know. Like, trust me, I get Twitter as well. Like, I see it. I see what's going on. Thank God he's okay, or he's going to be okay. Apparently, they pushed back his surgery.
Oh, did they? No,
yeah, they pushed it back to Monday.
He's
going to stay in the hospital.
His wife released a statement saying, due to ongoing health complications, Ric was taken to the hospital and is expected to make a full recovery. So that's some good news. What a shitty week this has been.
Did you see some dick on Twitter posted that, and it got a lot of rounds. It shared because he was like sharing it as like WWE. His handle was like WWE something, whatever, right? So it made it seem like it was official.
Okay.
So Ric Flair passed away. We share our deepest condolences. It's like,
no, I didn't see that.
Yo, dude, I had like over 12,000 like interactions or whatever. It was like insane. And it's just like, are you fucking kidding me? You're a dick.
Anytime I read something like that on Twitter, I make sure I investigate it first before.
Yeah, of course. Like it has to be. At least, at the very least, you have to be verified.
Mm-hmm.
And even then, I would still double check.
I got the Bleacher Report app on my phone, and that's when I found out about Ashley Massaro.
Right.
Like, what the? No way.
Yeah, especially like.
I went to the wrestling news sites, nothing was there. I went to TMZ, nothing was there. Then it started flooding in.
Especially like yesterday. Like, honestly, I don't know about you, but I was like, oh my God, this might be it. Ric Flair's going to die today. I was like really expecting. I was like, it's going to be the headlines everywhere. Ric Flair's going to die. Just prepare for it, emotionally prepare for it.
Yeah.
And then you see Ashley Massaro died. It's like, what?
Thankfully, it wasn't true. He's fine. He'll be okay. Long live Ric Flair.
I told Michelle, if Ric Flair dies on the day of our wedding, I'm canceling the wedding.
Really?
Like, if Ric Flair dies, no joke. I've looked up to Ric Flair my whole life. Ric Flair dies, I need a personal day. Like, I need something. Like, I can't.
He would want you to go on. He's been married like 8 times. He would want you to go on and
well, I would
like maybe walk down the aisle to his music.
I would hit a bar.
But you have a free open bar.
You talk about my wedding. You talking about exactly my wedding? Oh yeah, well, I guess I'd be a mess though.
Marcus Swan, do you take this woman? I do. Woo,
woo.
Strut down the aisle.
Woo. That's my weakest one, actually.
That's all right.
I got a better one. Woo!
Damn, why are you doing so close to the microphone?
I was away from the microphone.
And I heard an echo.
I did hear an echo, too, actually.
It's a big place you got here.
It's a good woo.
Wasn't too bad. Let's move on. Other news?
Okay.
WWE issued a statement announcing that Lars Sullivan will be fined $100,000 for his comments. You talked about this last week, about his comments, his bigoted and misogynistic comments he made.
Honestly, I mean, that's probably the best way they can go because they're pushing him so much. Like it'll be hard to not to like fire him at this point.
He's also required to complete sensitivity training.
Right. They had to do something.
Well, Titus O'Neil took to Twitter and he appreciated the fact that Lars Sullivan came to him and other superstars in the back and personally apologized.
It was the right move. I mean, everyone's making the right move right now, I think.
Turns out to hope that the size of the fine will make it clear that WWE punished Lars Sullivan.
That's a big fine, especially for someone like him. He's not making that much dough.
The average salary for NXT talent is $80,000.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not sure what contract. I think he's still on NXT contract. So yeah,
that's huge.
Yeah,
like
effective.
Can he even make a living right now for this year?
Which means he's going to pay it back over time.
Right. Like he's getting paid. He's getting fined $100,000. Is it all up front? Is it like a payment plan?
It's going to be a payment plan.
It is? Is that what they said?
No, I believe so because I don't want to quote anything about it. I forgot when I read it, but yeah, he's going to pay it back over time.
That's still, no matter what, that's a large fine. What would you do if you got fined $100,000?
Pay it back $1 a day for under 100,000 days. That's all I can afford.
120,000 days? What does that even equate to?
$1 a day for the next 100,000 days. You do the math. Let us know. 619-343-3005.
You can go on. I'll figure it out.
Now, the news, a source close to several WWE writers recently called into PW Torch's podcast to reveal The writers have been drinking and vented to this guy juicy details about Vince McMahon and the behind-the-scenes workings of the WWE, something we don't really get to hear too much about behind the scenes.
Right.
You hear about this?
Is this 307 years? That can't be. Anyway.
This guy said, nobody should rip WWE Creative. They have some of the most brilliant, unbelievable, cool ideas I've ever heard of. They're writing for an audience of one. Never forget that. Something I don't think about. We're one to bash Creative easily.
Of course, right.
But it's true. It's not them who makes the final say. It is the man in charge.
Apparently, they have more writers than they ever had before. They have, 40 people in the writing room?
A little under 40.
Allegedly.
He goes on to say the most frustrated person in the back every single night is Triple H.
See, this is where I think I might call bullshit.
He'll always take especially the NXT guys, under his wing. It looks like he's consoling them. It looks so much like he's the most frustrated person every single night in the building. Okay. He goes on to leave more details, saying the wild card rule was not in the script the morning of that show. It was a last-minute addition.
Could be.
Vince wants suggestions for everybody, but their suggestions never get on TV. Okay. This man doesn't keep track of what's going on at NXT. He'll maybe watch takeovers. I believe that.
I would believe that.
The writers say there's no chance of Vince stepping down. I believe that as well. Talk about your girl, Dana Brooke. She's been the hardest worker for the last 3 years. She goes to the Performance Center. She shows up early, helps set up the ring, gets into the ring so she can get better, and helps at the end of the night.
I feel like I just love Dana Brooke that much more.
Creative will pitch something for her, and Vince does nothing with it. Does he have a problem with Dana Brooke?
Who knows? Who knows if this is even true? I mean, this is some dude saying that he hung out with a bunch of writers at a bar. It's interesting,
You
but
don't hear this behind-the-scenes details of this.
But this plays into the whole WWE Mark fans. It plays into their whole fantasy. This is too good to be true for them, if you think about it.
Okay.
Which is giving me a lot of skepticism. I can't speak. It's giving me a lot of skepticism. Wow. It's making me raise an eyebrow.
So you don't believe much of this
as far as this goes. I wouldn't be surprised if some of it might be true, but I'd be surprised if all of it was true.
So I won't continue then. Let's move on. AEW officially announced their TV deal with TNT.
Yahtzee!
Later this year, Warner Media will provide exclusive multi-platform access to fans to watch AEW events airing live weekly on TNT in prime time, as well as streaming them through their BR Live app and pay-per-view. AEW will not be receiving any rights fees from their new TV deal. While AEW will begin airing on TNT later this year, they will be receiving a revenue split. That's big.
Right.
Someone equated their TV deal to what the XFL is doing with the not receiving any rights, and the networks will pay for the production costs. With that being said, Dave Meltzer predicts AEW will turn a profit in 2020. That's very quick.
That's a bold prediction. And you know what? He might be right. And here's why. So AEW, they'll be having their weekly podcast, their weekly shows starting October, right? Which is the later part of 2019, of course. There's a lot of curiosity factor. There's a lot of people that are really wanting AEW to succeed. Honestly, Putty, my man, are you going to tell me right now you're not going to tune in just to watch it out of curiosity? You'd be lying if you said no.
No, I'll probably tune in. I feel like I have to as a podcast host, as a journalist. The thing was, I'm not buying into the hype of AEW. That's my thing. I'm not thinking...
There's a lot of hype, though, and people are going to tune in because of that, but there's a curiosity factor even from skeptics.
I'm not buying into the hype. I'm not thinking it's going to be a second coming of Jesus Christ. I'm not thinking they're going to destroy WWE. The thing for me is, we sat here for 2 years bashing Impact Wrestling. Mm-hmm. Everyone did.
Right.
I watched it, fell in love with it right away. Because, like you talked about last week, the in-ring product was fantastic. Characters are great. The storytelling was great. So I will tune in and see what they can deliver. I'm not going to buy into the hype. I'm not saying anything right now. I'm going to tune in, give it a chance, and see what they can do.
You're seeing right there, you're going to tune in. So there are a lot of skeptics that are probably going to tune in to watch.
We have to, because...
you have to. And this is October.
Depending on if it's opposite Oak Island, I can't tune in because you got to.
Of course. But now, what happens if AEW wins you over day one?
They won't.
But what if they do?
They won't.
What if they leave you wanting a little bit more? Oh, well, now I'm curious to see what happens next week, and blah, blah, blah.
Same shit happened with WCW. I'm a WWE loyalist. I'm a man loyalist.
Listen.
So, and my bread and butter is built.
That's you. WWE. But not so many people are like you, and this is why
exactly. I'm a rare breed. My mother tells me that all the time. I'm very special.
Oh, you're very rare. But
I
this,
don't like the way you said that.
this is why I'm thinking that I don't really agree usually with what Dave Meltzer says, but he might be right in this one. 2020, they could turn a profit.
We'll see what happens. That's all we can do.
Because they're hot. The one thing that's hurting them right now is the pay-per-view that they're having. They're charging, what, $60 for the pay-per-view?
I'm cool to do the pay-per-views on Saturdays, by the way. And this one's on Saturday, May 25th.
Right.
I have a wedding to go to, so I can't watch that pay-per-view.
Right.
So, nor can I watch it anywhere else. So I will not be watching Double or Nothing. But
if people are bitching about the price, that's like the normal price for a pay-per-view.
Yeah. That's because we're spoiled with the WWE Network.
Right. Smart move by WWE, actually.
That's the average pay-per-view cost that we were spending. Whatever. Good luck to them. That's all we can do. I'm not going to buy into the hype. We'll see what happens in October when they premiere on TNT.
So what's going to happen with their pay-per-views going forward? Is it going to be pay-per-view, or are they going to go, like, because isn't Time Warner, don't they own Showtime as well? Or
I'm not sure which one of them. But yeah, it's going to be on pay-per-view. That's all I know.
It's going to be a pay-per-view. So they're not going to do, like, their pay-per-views on like a Showtime or something like that.
Not that I've never heard about that. You mentioned that last week. I've never heard anything.
Oh, man.
That
would have been the smart move. That would have been, like, the real smart move to do.
We'll see. We have plenty of times in October. We'll keep you updated.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know about you. Another shot at Avion?
I'm game. Let's do it.
A Shot of Wrestling presents Heel and Heel.
I was seeing some Raw and SmackDown. Talking about this last week. The Miz and Roman Reigns started Raw. The Miz and Roman Reigns opened SmackDown. It's only the brand split. Same shit every fucking episode. I'm already tired of this wildcard thing.
You're already tired of the wildcard thing? It's week 2.
Raw and SmackDown open the same exact way. This is boring.
It comes down to creative.
Yeah, I guess so, right?
Or it comes down to Vince McMahon himself. Like, it's just... This is why I'm excited about AEW. Because of the fact that, like, if they do succeed, and they have the financial backing, they do have the talent, and they do have the money to do so, that they can push WWE from this laziness that they've been giving us for the last how many years?
I don't know.
Because I agree with you, that is lazy. You have so many people on that roster. You have a lot of talent to play with for Raw and SmackDown, and you're going to open up the show both ways in the same week within back-to-back days?
Yeah.
You can't do that.
And why was the SmackDown Women's Championship contract signing on Raw?
I don't know. Was that their wild card?
I have no clue.
I don't know.
Plus, you get to what pretty much everyone else is talking about. Bray Wyatt finally revealed his creepy alter ego.
I love this. Apparently, this is Bray's idea.
Yeah.
Which is awesome.
If you let me finish my other story earlier, the news, it was all Bray's idea, and Bray is a genius. Everyone loves Bray Wyatt, so.
All hail Bray Wyatt.
Yeah. It's different.
Yo, that was no joke the creepiest thing I've ever seen in wrestling.
My thing was, I remember as a kid, I was scared shitless of The Undertaker.
Really?
I had to go to my parents' room every time he came out, every time the funeral home talk show came out.
Yeah.
Room. When he started doing this creepy shit, I had to leave. And Royal Rumble against Yokozuna in that casket match where he appeared on the screen from inside the casket haunted me for years.
You know that was like Marty Jannetty. That was the one that was floating.
Was it? I didn't know that. I can't imagine. I asked a friend of mine who has 2 young kids who love wrestling what their thoughts were on Bray Wyatt. That was fucking scary shit. And I heard people complaining and were saying their kids were scared about it.
It was too scary, whatever.
Very scary, man.
All right, Undertaker, I actually found it more fascinating more than anything. Kane, I thought was like, wow, that's really fucking cool.
Cool, yeah, that's scary.
His debut, it was like Michael Myers-esque. This is just pure creepy.
I liked the Bray Wyatt, Pee Wee Herman guy because it was subtle, it was dark, it was creepy. This just seems like right in your face.
It's all the build up was honestly fucking fantastic.
So, question to you is, where do they go from here? Does Bray Wyatt come out in the Pee Wee Herman stuff, and is this creepy demon like his demon for Finn Balor? We'll see him occasionally, or is this demon his character going forward?
I don't know. I don't know.
That's my first thing was it's going to be his. We'll see this guy occasionally, like Finn Balor does.
No, I don't know. I think maybe you see him during you see him as the normal Bray Wyatt during promos, and maybe when it comes down to physical action or the in-ring segment, like you see this guy.
I don't understand the mask though. Like, why the mask?
That mask is fucking cool and creepy at the same time.
Is he gonna wear it? It looks like he's gonna wear it as he wrestles because it's way too big for his face. It's a cool mask, but I just don't see. Is he gonna wrestle in that mask? Why?
Well, the logistics of that, I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm curious to see.
Yeah, I'm curious to see that too. But either way, I mean, this build is awesome. Like I remember you first saw the Firefly Funhouse segment. You're like, what the fuck is going on? It was intriguing,
and it was very subtle.
It was subtle.
Thought they would like expand it out a couple weeks. No, 3 weeks in. We're getting full Toronto.
I'm telling you, I think Money in the Bank, we're going to see him live.
Okay, we'll see what happens. That's pretty much the whole highlight of Raw and SmackDown was Bray Wyatt.
It really was, yeah.
Do you have anything you want to mention about Raw and SmackDown?
As far as what we're going to see next, I think they're not making it really secret about Finn Balor and Andrade. I have a hard time always saying his name. Andrade, they're giving him an English tutor. He's learning to speak English. They want to give him a big push. Finn Balor and him obviously have great chemistry in that ring. I think we're going to see more of that after Money in the Bank, which means neither one of those gentlemen are going to win Money in the Bank.
Because Baron Corbin is.
I really hope not. I think you would have to give it to Drew McIntyre. You have to. And I think I was wrong. I was right and wrong at the same time. I knew Sami Zayn was going to continue his thing with Baron Corbin. I'm surprised to see him win a match with against Braun Strowman.
Yeah.
And he's going to be in a Money in the Bank match now. That's a wild card right there. But I don't think Sami Zayn's going to win. My money's still on Drew McIntyre.
It'd be cool if Sami Zayn does win, though.
I don't think he will. I think
it's Baron Corbin.
I don't know. Baron Corbin just recently won. Are you going to give it to him again?
Anything else? I'm already bored for.
You're bored
for Raw.
You're bored. You're on your own show.
And your voice is a little boring, but it's fine.
My voice is not boring. I have a great voice.
Yeah, you got a face for radio too.
You're rude. That's what you are.
You don't like it, do you?
You're my home. You can't bash me at my home.
You do me all the time.
You're classless. That's what you are.
Okay.
You're just like TJ Marconi and the rest of those thugs in BWF.
Now you got a story to tell.
That's TJ Marconi's line. You can't.
It's a great line. I love it.
Listen,
I'm using all fucking week.
You're going to use it all fucking week? Guess what? I have a story to tell myself. You want to segue into that? I'll gladly segue into that because I have a lot I want to say. I have plenty of stories I want to tell. TJ Marconi wants to suspend the Setsujin squad and have Eric Jaden face off Hamlet 101 in a match. Like, he thinks it's going to do something? You think that's going to threaten us? You think it's going to scare us? Like, how stupid can you be? How naive can you be? Eric Jaden is one of the longest reigning BWF champions in their history. And he did that without the Setsujin squad. The fact is, we don't need to be together as Setsujin squad. We choose to be.
So what's the big deal then? What's the big deal?
The big deal is...
Why are you getting your pennies in or not?
Why? Because TJ Marconi is running around thinking that he can just do whatever the fuck he wants to do, right? Because he's the BWF heavyweight champion. Cool. Awesome. Hey, listen, man. You just came back after 6 months of being out of action. You defended your title against a scrub.
The scrub who
won a battle royal. Like, fine, but no one even knew his fucking name. And now he wants to put Eric Jaden through obstacles after, obviously, he deserves that match. TJ Marconi, he's playing it smart. He's just trying to get himself back to better shape because he knows the fact that at the end of the day, he can't beat Eric Jaden right now. He can't. And the fact that he thinks Hamlet can is fucking hilarious.
What's wrong with Hamlet?
Listen, I like Hamlet. Don't get me wrong. Mm-hmm. Hamlet, listen, he's got the physical tools. He's got a great look. Hey.
Great vocabulary.
Great vocabulary. Hey, listen, I studied Shakespeare myself. That's how I first started acting. But guess what? I started off in community theater. I started off in Long Island. I started off with Arena Players. As a shout out to you there, Farmingdale. I've seen Shakespeare rock stars before in the community world. I've seen them in the indie scene, and Hamlet is no different from any of them. The moment they make it through, they try to break through into the big scene, they fail. And Hamlet will when he faces Eric Jaden, because Eric Jaden is the main event. Eric Jaden is mainstream. Eric Jaden is the real deal. And Hamlet, the moment he tries to break through that barrier, Eric Jaden is going to show them what the real deal really is. By himself.
You done there? You done? You feel better now?
I'm good. I've always been good because at the end of the day, what's going to happen is, and here's a story we can tell, is that Eric Jaden will beat Hamlet June 1st at Fight the Power for BWF. And then he will go on to face TJ Marconi for that BWF World Heavyweight title. And what's going to happen next is that he is going to own TJ Marconi. And he is going to win the BWF World Heavyweight title. And the rest of the Satsujan squad will win the championship belts that BWF owns so proudly. And we will hold them up above our heads with smiles on our faces, with the bodies all across the floor. Are you seeing this image here that I'm painting here for you? Are you seeing this, TJ Marconi? Consider us Thanos. And consider yourself anyone else. Because just like that, you're gone.
Well, there's a chance he's might be the other half of the people that lived. You give that Captain America. So that analogy's kind of moot. Flawed, if you will.
You want to be that other half too? Putty, we're going to spare you. How about that?
Okay, thanks. Preach. I don't want to fucking fade away. Scary shit. You done now? You feel better?
I feel great.
I mean, I felt like it was pent up for a while.
No, because I'm all riled up about this. Like, I can keep going for days if you want.
I do not want that.
But hey, Marconi, that's your story you can tell.
That's his line. Don't piss him off.
Well, what is he going to do? Is he going to come after me next? I'll sue him. If he touches me, anyone touches me, I'll sue.
Here we go. Eric Lipschitz again here.
Yeah. Eric Lipschitz, he's one of the best in the business.
So you talk a big game, but you can't back it up.
What do you mean I can't back it up? You think I can't get physical?
Yeah, but you're talking shit, but every time someone has a hand on you, I'm going to call my lawyer.
But I'm a black belt in Taekwondo. I can easily defend myself.
So why don't you do that?
Because my representation, they won't allow me to. My agent, my manager, they will not allow me to compete.
What about a hold harmless agreement? Love that phrase. One of the things I've learned on Raw. Thank you, Triple H.
What are you trying to stir here, though? Like,
but what are you trying to start?
I'm not trying to start anything. I have my Satsujan squad. I'm not the one trying to challenge TJ Marconi 101. That's Eric Jaden.
Seems like you're in abeyance of courage. Another word I learned from Triple H. Thank you, my friends. Let's move on. Right quick. Talk about last week, our Money in the Bank predictions. How about talk about we're off next week? How about we're going to miss Double or Nothing? The big first show on AEW.
Oh my God, look at you.
Double or Nothing.
You can care less, see.
On the pre-show, we got Kip Sabian going against Sammy Guevara, Sonny Kiss, Brandon Cutler, Ace Romero, Glacier, Brian Pillman Jr., Sonny Days, MJF, Joey Janela, Dustin Thomas, Billy Gunn, Jimmy Havoc, Michael Nakakawa, Jungle Boy, and many others in the 21-man Casino Battle Royal for an AEW World Championship match. That's just a pre-show, live, I think for free on somewhere. And then you got in the main show, SoCal Uncensored going against Strong Hearts in a 6-man tag match. Kenny Omega versus Chris Jericho. Britt Baker versus Nyla Rose and Kylie Ray in a 3-way match. Cody versus Dustin. The Young Bucks go against the Lucha Brothers for the AAA World Tag Team Championship. Aja Kong, Yuka Katsaki, Emi Sakura, a bunch of other people in a 6-woman tag team match. And in your main event, Best Friends go against Angelico and Jack Evans. That's not your main event. This is out of order. I don't know what's going on. That's Double or Nothing in a nutshell. You going to watch? You going to call up the $60? You going to watch it for free somewhere online?
I'm going to try to. I'm going to try to. I know I'm going to be doing my thing on Long Island, but I'm going to definitely try to watch this because I'm so curious about Double or Nothing.
What I'm curious about is when the shows start, like what the stage is. Are they going to be traveling? What's the stage is going to look like?
So, the production value. Yeah. I mean, there's a huge curiosity factor. It's a great card. Really is a good card. But like, here's the thing. I mean, again, we were talking about before. I'm curious to see what the pay-per-view buys are going to be because
that's going to be a thing. Yeah,
that's going to be a huge thing because a lot of people they're spoiled by WWE.
I'm sure they're going to be through the roof. Like I said, the hype is. I've not seen hype like this in a while.
Right? Is it sold out?
That I don't know.
I'm curious to know that too. Because what's the capacity in that arena?
I don't know what arena it's going to be in. I don't know.
It's in Vegas, no?
Yeah, but what arena in Vegas?
I don't know. I thought you knew.
How would I know that?
I'm just the color guy, and you're the one that's running this show.
Yeah, but I'm the WWE mark, so you're the AEW guy, so
I'm not. I'm a wrestling guy in general.
You just heard me mention the name Sammy Guevara, Glacier, Sonny Kiss. Mm-hmm. Those names sound familiar.
Yeah, they do.
Because you heard it here on A Shot of Wrestling. Yeah, Sonny Kiss back in episode 84. Sammy Guevara on episode 101. Glacier, episode 143. So we were to reach into the archives, reach into the vault, post these up on our YouTube. So check out these interviews on YouTube at A Shot of Wrestling to catch up and get to know more of these AEW superstars before they make their debut.
Also, Brian Pillman.
Brian Pillman Jr., that's right.
Yeah.
Many other people. Joey Janela, we got up there too. So make sure you check out our YouTube for those full interviews before Double or Nothing. Very exciting.
Yeah, I mean, dude, that is exciting stuff. I mean, like, honestly, one of the more exciting ones was Sonny Kiss, seeing him get signed.
That was cool.
That was so cool to see. I mean, I'm still fairly new into the independent scene and here in wrestling in the tri-state area, and I got to speak to Sonny Kiss a couple times in the backstage area, and it's cool to see, like, people that I've interacted with, the people that we've performed with, getting these opportunities to go to AEW, and that you've interviewed here on A Shot of Wrestling.
So we know by now you're excited about this AEW shtick.
How can you not be, man? It's new, it's fresh, it's exciting. We don't know what it's going to be.
Yeah, okay. But let's see what other people have to say. We opened up the hotline to calls and texts. Probably my fault, the way I worded it, the way I put it, because people think they were calling and texting actually AEW and Cody Rhodes. So, my bad. Let's read some of these texts. Let's open it up. Let's read these texts. Let's listen to these voicemails. Let's listen to voicemail number 1.
Hello, I am William Walker calling from Newport News, Virginia, and I just want to say that I'm a big fan of what y'all are doing, and I hope y'all are very successful.
Thanks,
my
buddy.
gosh, I love y'all. Y'all are awesome.
Thank you.
I hope y'all become big in everything.
Me too, buddy. Thank you.
Wow.
But he's not talking about you.
Like AEW is gonna take off. I swear. I swear
See?
to God, AEW is gonna be way better than WWE ever was. I promise you that.
AEW. Talking about AEW.
Anyway, that was his input. You agree with him? He's very, very excited about it.
Oh, clearly very excited. I love the goodbye at the end.
Thanks for the call. Appreciate it. Let's get on some of the text messages. Area code 443. I'm excited for this. I'm a writer, producer, director with nearly 10-year work experience. How can I work with you guys?
10-year working experience and you're texting.
Yeah, dial it up, 619-343-300. I'm to get in touch with myself. It maybe make stuff happen. I mean, unless you're talking about AEW, then you get the fucking wrong number.
I'm curious. 10-year working experience and you're texting us? I can't.
Area code 760. First of all, congratulations on making TNT great again. I was going to have my career in the WWE, but I don't know. What do you think? WWE, clearly. Any career advice for this guy?
I'm still stuck in the 10-year guys.
Don't be rude to my callers, please.
They think you're AEW. What are you talking about? They're not your call.
Not this one. Here we go. Area code 915. I think AEW is on the right path to become a contender. That's a good statement. I mean, a lot of people used to feel the same way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, I agree.
Area code 213. Come on, let's give these people some credit here.
I'm sorry.
Area code 213. Hi, All Elite Wrestling. Never mind. Okay. Let's get into another voicemail.
Yeah, please.
It's me, Lucid King, and I'm calling from South Carolina, which is East Coast. And I think that the first episode of AEW, their ratings are going to go up, meaning I'm pretty sure that the first episode will be one of the best. It'll probably be better than WWE in Raw.
That makes a good point, because when shows debut, especially big hyped shows, their ratings are through the roof. It's just keeping that momentum. Ratings usually tend to go down.
Right.
So you got to expect ratings for AEW are going to go down eventually, but for maybe those first week or two, they'll probably be steady. You know more about that stuff than I do.
No, well, with all this hype, you can't help but think it's going to go up. It's definitely going to be at WWE for the first week, for sure. What happens after that? I mean, we'll see. It depends what they do in the first show.
Go back to the text messages. Area code 336. AEW is such a breath of fresh air. You got people in your stable that love the sport and love the fans. Thank you, Kyron from Greensboro, North Carolina. I'm going to take that as me, one for us, so thank you so much.
It sounds like it could be for us, right?
Area code 580. Hi, my name is D, and I'm from Oklahoma. I've been a wrestling fan for years. First of all, I believe AEW is needed and would be great, and I think that they may have a lot to offer because WWE is letting their talent go to waste. I would like to know what channel will AEW be on. If you don't have the cable, where else is available to watch? TNT, it's going to be streaming on their BR apps, the Bleacher Report. So, D from Oklahoma, you'll be watching no problem.
Yeah.
Definitely one for us.
That was definitely one for us. Yeah.
Area code 346. AEW is going to shock the system. Wait, is this Cody? Never mind.
Did you really say that?
Let's get another voicemail.
I don't even know what I'm supposed to be doing on here, but shout out to AEW for getting a deal with TNT. I'm pretty sure that means they'll be probably in the near future having another show on CBS or something like that. Though I still feel like WWE is where it's at.
Thanks, caller. He's calling us, so thank you.
It sounded like yeah.
WWE is where it's at, so definitely props to you for being smart enough to realize that. But do you think, it makes a good question, do you think they'll have a sister show on TBS, much like TNT did with Nitro and Thunder?
Well, I think that's something to think about for long term because right now it didn't state that in their press release. If that was the case, they would have said so. So, how long is their contract for with TNT? Did they say that even?
I don't think so. I'm not too sure offhand.
No, they didn't. So, I think if AEW does get as successful as people think they are, I think it would be inevitable for that to happen.
Going back to the text, area code 717 and 978 both simply wrote in AEW.
What does that mean?
We got a real text this time. Ready?
Okay.
Hey, I'm Matthew from Scranton, Pennsylvania. My thoughts on AEW are quite simple. As someone in their teen years looking to get into the professional wrestling business, AEW is a blessing. Awesome to see stars like Angelico, Jimmy Havoc, and Sammy Guevara all being used. All right. This guy seems smart. He seems excited about AEW.
Right.
It makes a good point. AEW is a place for these young guys to showcase their talents.
No, it absolutely is. I mean, they have a good blend going on. I mean, of course, you can't oversaturate a new promotion with a bunch of older guys, but they do have some veterans in there that know what they're doing, that can groom the younger guys. And yeah, I mean, like, I feel like they have it right. They have a good formula here.
Go back to the voice post. Can you control yourself this time?
I've been trying to.
Yo, what's going on, man? Everybody has something to say about competition. I love WWE. I love AEW. I love all pro wrestling. But this is the first organization since WCW that I feel can give a run for their money. Can give WWE a run for their money, okay? And actually bring out the best in WWE once again, which we all need and a lot of people long for, okay? And I think, honestly, they're going to deliver a product like we haven't seen before. This is the beginning, my friends. I will be on the show to talk a little bit more about what I feel. So stay tuned. I'm coming to the headquarters. Stay tuned, guys. Jimmy J signing out. And once again, I ring that bell.
Yeah, Jimmy J, thanks for calling in. Good friend of the show. Apparently he made the announcement he's going to be back on the show next time. News to me, but okay. Welcome back anytime.
No, I'd love to have Jimmy J back on. I love him, man. That was awesome.
Good points.
He made some excellent points, actually. This is why I'm excited about AEW, because, yes, it is fresh. It's exciting. And competition always brings the best out of everyone. And I feel like WWE was at its best when they were pushed by WCW. And AEW, I think, could possibly do better than what WCW did.
Going back to the text messages.
Okay.
Last one. Area code 201. Huge wrestling fan for over 29 years.
Wow.
You need to have 3 belts only. Keep it edgy and do everything opposite that WWE is doing. Trust me. Trust him. Apparently he's not talking to us. He's talking to AEW. Don't flood industry too much like WWE. Trust me. Trust me again. This guy's fucking...
Trust me. Trust me.
If you flood your roster too much, you will find yourself in the same position as WWE. Keep it simple and edgy. Or hire me, and I guarantee you will destroy their ratings. I promise. Spelled there wrong.
Did he say guarantee? I'm surprised.
No, he promises. You got to trust him. Area code 201. Wrestling fan for 29 years.
Trust me.
No comment to that?
You got to trust him.
And finally, let's go with our last voicemail. Mark, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Tyler. I am from Texas, and my thoughts on AEW are kind of like a pro and a con, really. My main concern is how AEW will kind of run, because when you are bringing up a new promotion of wrestling, you got to really think, like, how will it do, especially with, like, some unfamiliar talent, because WWE, when it first began, it was very not really known. And, like, now to this day, we have AEW for All Elite Wrestling. You are really spreading that, like, platform, like, across the nation. But my main concern is, what are they going to be bringing? Because, like, all I've been seeing of All Elite Wrestling is, like, the Flash. Like, I would say, like, yes, you are bringing in new wrestlers. Yes, you are having a good management, but what will you bring to the table compared to Ring of Honor, Impact Wrestling, WWE? That's what I want to see. Because if you're just showing flash, then you have no go. Because it's kind of weirded out in a way, because compared to what other wrestling promotions, All Elite Wrestling kind of in the middle. Yes, people like it, but then again, what can they like about it? Because you can't just oh yeah, I like this because they have great merchandise, or yes, they have a good management that. That doesn't help with anything. The fact. So, and especially with their recent signing TV deal with TNT, that's really bringing in something kind of unexpected and kind of iffy in a way, because no one knows how well All Elite Wrestling will do. It could either be a disaster or it could be the best freaking thing in the world. But all it is that, yes, it's I like the fact that they're bringing up new names to wrestling, names you haven't really heard of, or people that are want to have that breakout moment in a way. That I will say is what I love that All Elite Wrestling is doing, is that they're bringing in new faces. They're not bringing in former WWE superstars or former Impact Wrestling. They're bringing up new people that want to have that spotlight. They want to have that moment where they feel like that's where they reach the top, and that's where I'm kind of standing. But all I will say is that I'm excited for what they will bring to us wrestling fans. Now, I don't know how well it would do. Like I said before, it could end in a really disaster, or it could be the most talked about thing since WrestleMania or something. But, I will say how Cody Rhodes, Young Bucks, Brandy are doing for All Elite Wrestling, I'm kind of excited. It's just I want to know, like I said before, what will they be bringing? And so that's where I'm kind of standing now. Double or Nothing, I'm actually pretty excited because I've seen the matches that are being placed, and my match I'm really looking forward to is the Battle Royals. And I'm excited to see kind of what will they bring. I'm excited for the triple threat between Nyla Rose, Britt Baker, and Kylie Ray. I'm very excited for that. But overall, I'm still in that area, in the middle though, where to stand for All Elite Wrestling. But other than that, I really do hope it does good for them in a way, because I know Cody Rhodes probably wants this to be something great and not just another wrestling promotion that just gives out wrestling. I think he wants All Elite Wrestling to be the peak of wrestling, period.
Wow. By the way, let you guys know at home, that message kept going on. He kept talking, but our voicemail cut him off at 5 minutes.
Was he talking to us or AEW? There was
he was talking to us.
Okay.
So this is all you.
I actually feel like that he has some good points. I mean, I will say that he has concern about there not being WWE guys in there or top guys in there. There are. Well, Cody Rhodes was a WWE guy himself.
Sure.
So is Chris Jericho. They have Jim Ross in there. Earl Hebner now is a recent signing.
We're gonna get back to that later. Put a pin in that.
And you have Kenny Omega and Young Bucks who've been bigger stars through the international scene. And I feel like I'm forgetting others as well, but so they have the knowledge from the bigger names, and they have a lot of young names. He's right about that. And yes, AEW, I think they will fail if they decide to be a cookie cutter version of any other indie product out there. if they just focus on wrestling and flips and dives and all the cool stuff that some people like to see. It's about storytelling, and I think Cody Rhodes knows that. And Cody Rhodes, if you looked at his previous characters before that he's played, not even just in WWE, but after that, I mean, the guy is a great storyteller.
Absolutely.
And you have Billy Gunn, another guy they have back there as well. Chris Jericho is very big on storytelling. A lot of these guys are very big on storytelling. Jim Ross is huge on it, and I think you're going to see a lot of great talent there. It's something that I've been talking about with people. Like, right now we're in the golden age of wrestling. We see a fantastic in-ring talent. We see these phenomenal performers, something we haven't seen ever as far as in-ring talent, but they're missing the character. They're missing storylines. They're missing that. And I've always said, imagine if you have the characters from the Attitude Era combined with the athleticism that we have today. I hate to quote TJ Marconi, but man, then you'll have a story to tell. And I think AEW can bring that. And if they do, I say watch out, WWE.
You mentioned Earl Hebner, and the news broke this week that Earl Hebner signed with AEW.
Yes.
I didn't report about it in the news.
Mm-hmm.
I could have sworn we talked about this like a couple of weeks ago. I thought this was old news. I thought this was...
I think I
didn't think this was news. I thought he signed like one of the first signings they got was Earl Hebner.
No, they didn't. I think I made a remark about that. About like, he's got a job open at AEW.
Yeah, I didn't think this was news, but whatever.
I mean, honestly, if you're not starting off a wrestling promotion, how can you not think of like a free agent referee to sign Earl Hebner, excuse me.
Anyway, that's what we heard from you guys. Thanks for dialing it up. Thanks for your text messages. Even those you thought were calling and texting AEW. Appreciate taking your time to reach out and share your thoughts.
And none of us are Cody Rhodes.
No, we're not.
We're not even Brandy Rhodes.
Oh, man, Brandy.
Or we're not even Dustin.
Such a fine girl. What a good wife she would be.
Ask Cody.
Yeah. But I'm done. I need more drinks after that segment.
I'm going to leave a voicemail now.
Oh, jeez. To me or AEW?
Both. I talk about my extensive resume.
Yeah. Wow, that wouldn't really hit with you, huh?
I'm sorry, I can't. Because I'm a producer as well, and I've produced for a while, and I would never do that.
But that being said, remember, there's no show next week, so we'll see you in 2 weeks. Enjoy your unofficial start to summer. Have a good Memorial Day weekend. For Marc Chouen, I have been your host at Michael J. Putty. Until next time, Putty out.
Have never seen someone who looks like you. I wonder if you dream of my hands loving you, because I know I do every day and every night, and I know I'll lose control if I can't crush this appetite. This dream is eating me alive. This dream is eating me alive. Can't you see I'm burning up inside?
Hey baby, I hear the bell ringing, hip tosses and body slams. Oh my. And maybe you seem a bit confused, yeah baby, but I got you pinned. Ha 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 ha. But I don't know what to do when I see them with that golden case. They're cashing it in. Authority all in my face. What is a man to do? Good night, everybody.